What's going on, man? Patrick James here with another edition of Raw Dating Advice. And in today's video, I want to briefly touch on this topic of shit tests. Now, if you don't know what a shit test is, or if you were just born yesterday, or if this is the first ever dating advice video you've ever watched on this channel, then click that subscribe button below and just give me the thumbs up because I know you're gonna like this stuff because I'm about to deliver some dope ass value for you right now. So basically, this shit test is a term that we throw around in dating advice that just basically explains the phenomenon of when a girl tries to see exactly how attractive of a man you are. Because regardless of how you look or how cool you appear to be, she wants to know, do you actually have the types of qualities in a man that she would want for a guy to potentially father a child in case you accidentally knock her up? Or she wants to know that you're gonna be her ride or die man that's gonna be able to protect her when shit hits the fan, all right? So that's why women shit test you, to see, okay, if this guy reacts in a bad way to my shit test, meaning that he gets needy, he starts seeking my validation and my approval, and he gets all nervous and sweaty, then she knows that you're a beta male and you're not gonna be able to protect her when push comes to shove. Okay, so that's the only reason that women are going to constantly be testing you from the moment you meet her to the moment you guys get divorced, or if you end up marrying her, or you know, until you guys are 80 years old. It's never gonna stop happening. She's always gonna be giving you those little pings to make sure that you're still that guy who's attractive and can protect her and provide for her and her future offspring. All right, so just know that it comes with the territory. And anytime you failed with a girl and you're like, what the fuck happened? I thought it was on. Most likely it's because you failed one of these shit tests. All right, so let's go over a few of the most common ones, and then I'll give you 3 ways that I personally pass these all the time. Now, I promise you I'm getting to the point, but listen here, all right? Because I'm about to give you one sentence that once you know this sentence, you will know exactly what mentality it takes to pass any shit test. I don't have to tell you the tactic. I don't have to tell you the magical line. I just have to tell you this one sentence that'll make you know. Like, once you know and understand this one sentence, you'll know exactly how to pass any shit test in the future, all right? And I got this sentence and I heard it first from one of my buddies named Rob Judge. Rob Judge is one of those guys in the dating advice niche where he's like kind of nerdy in the sense that he'll go out and talk to a lot of women, and then he'll go back into his office and sit there and go, okay, how can I come up with one idea, that this over-encompassing idea that'll completely explain exactly what I need to know to handle this situation in the future. So this one that I first heard from him was, the hungry don't get fed, all right? 3 minutes in, 4 minutes in, and that's your big idea right here, is the hungry do not get fed, all right? If you're hungry for her validation, she will never give it to you, plain and simple. So if she tests you, all right, if she gives you a little test to see how you're gonna react, if you get hungry for her validation, for example, if she calls you a player and you go, oh my God, no, I'm not a player, like, I'm a nice guy, and now you're like seeking her validation, you will not get fed. She will move on to some other guy, likely a player, who doesn't give a shit if she thinks he's a player or not, all right? So let's go over a few of the most common shit tests that you're gonna get, and my 3 most powerful ways that I recommend to pass these shit tests every time. So the first way that you're gonna pass shit tests is something that I call the porcupine question. Now, let me ask you a question, my man. If I had a porcupine in my hands and I threw a porcupine at you and it landed in your lap, what would you likely do with that living porcupine? Likely, you would either throw it off to the side or you'd throw it right back at me because you're probably pissed that I threw a porcupine in your lap, all right? And I want you to do the same thing with any shit test that you might get in the future. And the reason that the porcupine question is so good is because it's quick-witted. You don't have to think about it, all right? And all you're gonna do is respond to any shit test that she gives you by reframing it into the form of a question and then throwing it back at her, right? Because the whole key concept to being a witty guy, a guy who's quick-witted, is you have to have quick responses, and this is just one of those stock quick responses that you can use from now until the end of time. So if she says, for example, how old are you anyways, right? I could easily, without any thought, without having to think of a witty response, just reframe it into a question and throw it right back at her. So I just go, how old do you want me to be? How old do you think I am? Right? It's just taking her shit test and throwing it right back at her in the form of a question, all right? Or, like I said, with porcupine, you don't have to throw it back at me. You could just throw it off to the side and let it roll off you. Be non-reactive to it. So you could just be like, I'm 27, all right? And I'm not reacting to her question. I'm just straight neutral answer, 27. And if you gave her just a straight neutral answer, not being playful about it, not giving her some vague like, it doesn't matter, you're too young for me anyways, like, honestly, if she's giving you a shit test, it's a sign of attraction, and most girls are still gonna wanna know how old you are. And if you're being wishy-washy about like not telling her your age, it's conveying back to her that you're not comfortable with your age. Therefore, she's not comfortable with it either, all right? Because that's just another rule of seduction, is that whatever you feel, she feels. And if she feels like you're uncomfortable with something, she's gonna feel uncomfortable with that one thing too. So with the age shit test, I always recommend just straight up telling her your age and not making it an issue at all. Like, I won't even give a playful answer with the age shit test. I'll just 27. And then on to the next subject, all right? So what's another example of this porcupine question? One of my favorite ways or examples of this is when I remember I used to wear ripped jeans a lot. I still kind of do wear ripped jeans when I go out. But I remember one time in particular, a girl I was talking to, literally like, we're in Arizona. She goes, do you feel like you're from LA when you wear ripped jeans like that? And I just instantly, with no thought, just was like, do you feel like I feel like I'm from LA when I wear ripped jeans like this? And I just threw it right back at her. Now she's like on the back of her heels. She wasn't expecting that. And now I'm in the power position here, all right? The porcupine question is very powerful. Use it at your free will, all right? The next way I like to pass these shit tests is by either reframing her shit test or stealing her frame. This is one that I've kind of gotten a few times from girls that I'm dating when we go out in public. And I don't know if it's like a common one, but it's one that I've gotten a couple times, so I wrote it down here. It's like, it's when I'm out in public with a girl and I keep like making out with her in the club, or I keep grabbing her hand or grabbing her ass, or like telling her to come over to me, and I keep touching her, right? I've had this happen a couple times where a girl goes, oh my God, you're being so needy right now. Right? And it's just a shit test. She's not actually saying you're needy, because if she was actually thinking that I was needy, she wouldn't actually be going along with it and kissing me as well. But she goes, oh my God, you're being so needy right now, right? And I can easily just reframe what she just said to me and steal her frame by saying, well, stop making me like you. All right, dangerous things will happen if you keep doing this to me. All right, why you gotta make me like you so much? God, right? Now I'm blaming it on her. I'm stealing her frame, right? Rather than me just being the needy guy who wants to keep touching her and kissing her, now she's the one who's like seducing me and making me do that to her, all right? It's a good way to pass the shit test. Another one, we're not having sex tonight, all right? That's a very common shit test. You know we're not having sex tonight, right? And I go, of course not, I'm not that easy. All right, I'm just stealing her frame, dude. All right, so that's the second way I like to pass shit tests, and insert any shit test you want into these. You can definitely think of a way to use the porcupine question or to reframe it and steal her frame. All right, and the third way is probably my favorite way, because it's the most gangster by far, and I'll just give you the backstory of how I realized this one, and I call it going rogue on them, because I'm going against any fucking way that you've ever heard on how to pass shit tests that like out there on the internet, all right? You've never heard a dating coach talk about this way, and it's just, I'm cutting through the bullshit. I'm so tired of fluff and bullshit. Fuck these lines and these one-liners. Porcupine question, the reframing, like that's cool, but every now and then I like to go rogue on these bitches, all right? So the first time I used this was I was literally in a club, and this is a couple of years ago. It was actually a karaoke bar, and I was dancing with this girl. She was the hottest girl at this bar by far, and I remember I was dancing with her, and I was running the game, I was running the charm, and before you know it, 5 minutes after I'm dancing with her, she's literally like, has my phone in her hands, and she's in the process of typing her phone or her phone number into my phone. Now, because all this happened so fast, and because I was so smooth with it, she like, I could tell in her head, she goes, holy crap, this is happening fast. I haven't even shit tested this guy. I could see the horses running in her head, the wheels spinning. So she's like, oh shit, I gotta shit test him real quick. So midway into typing her phone number into my phone, she literally stops and she goes, wait, how old are you? And I remember I said, I'm 26. I was 26 at the time. I just go, I'm 26. And she goes, oh my God, you're too young. And right then I cut her off. Right? She was about to say, you're too young for me. Right then I cut her off and I just go, shut up. And she like was taken back by it and then just finishes typing her number into my phone. All right? That's what I call going rogue on them, is when you recognize the shit test, immediately, like as soon as possible, just go, shut up. And like, almost like, you know, I've heard it so many times, girl, and I'm just gonna cut through the bullshit. Let's just drop the act, all right? No shit test needed. Just shut up and continue on with this frame of you're attracted to me. It's very clear that you're attracted to me. So let's move forward as two people who are attracted to each other, right? That's called going rogue on them, and it's 2 words, shut up, all right? In a playful tone, of course. And those are my 3 most favorite ways to pass shit tests. Hopefully by this point in the video, you've already subscribed, you've already given me that thumbs up, and I got a question for you, my man. What are some of the most common shit tests that you get? Let me know some of the common ones that you get below. I would love to read them. And on that note, hope you got some value out of this. And that was some raw motherfucking dating advice. My man, I will see you in the next video. Peace out, motherfuckers.
Okay.